So day number 2, we are going to start in Albarracine after we get some breakfast and get motivated. We're going to hop back on our bikes and leave there and ride the Tet on section 28. Probably a little bit of road at the beginning, and then that'll quickly change to gravel and dirt as we climb in elevation and go into the mountains. Probably a little bit more rocky than what you saw in day 1. And then as we get toward the very tippity top of that mountain chain, I think it's toward the tippity top, but anyway, there's supposed to be a really nice view here. We'll stop and get some pictures, do a little side detour, and then from there we will continue and go back down in elevation. And as we get, I believe it somewhere in here, right, we come in back to the highway just south of Teruel. I don't know how you say that. I'm sure I'm saying it incorrectly. So, and it's a beautiful city. I wish I had time to check it out, but a little bit on a schedule today. We have a cookout to get to later in the afternoon, so we got to make that. So all of this is going to be off-road and at the beginning, and then once we get to the highway down here, we are going to jump on the highway, head this direction until we get back to Alcala car for our cookout. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride with us. Day 2, leaving from Albarracine, going back toward Alcala car is the plan for today. We are sore and tired because the parties last night were, well, they never stopped. That's just the way it is when you're here during a festival for whatever the festival is for. I have no idea. But anyway, good day of riding ahead of us. Might even get some more drone action in. We'll see. So let's do it. Hey, before we leave, you got your wallet, your passport?
Wallet, passport,
phone, of course.
Yeah.
All right.
All that.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, I do.
Good. So once we left Albarracine, we got into this kind of lowland scrub area. Very pretty. Some campgrounds and other things, not too far from town. And then as we got out of the scrublands, we started kind of rising in elevation up to a ridge line that you'll see us right on here in a few minutes. It's very pretty.
You want to scout this and then come back and do it with the drone? We stop right up there and we'll do a drone. You can take a whiz. Think so? Right there.
So this section that we're in right now is probably the most challenging of anywhere that we rode, except for maybe where it was really sandy. The rocks, especially at the top of this grade, were particularly large. I think Lewis calls them baby head rocks because they're about the size of a baby head. I don't know where that, want to know where that came from, but I think it's like a Colorado thing. But anyway, it's very challenging going down this grade.
kind of pick and choose your path, take your time, so you don't these big rocks and throw you off the path. And later on, after we got out of this section, again, it was also very challenging. We would run into parts of the road that were very nice, and you'd go at a pretty good clip, and then suddenly you'd hit this big gravel area or big rocky area. So you had to be paying attention when you're riding in this area. But it was a lot of fun, as you will see. We thoroughly enjoyed this section. I'd probably say, I don't know if it's our favorite section, but it was really pretty going through the forest down this grade, down the mountainside here, going back down toward the highway. And I would probably say that this gets a lot of action by the local tech riders. We did pass a couple bikes on this section. I don't think I got them on video. Or actually, I believe it's the next section where we passed them on, but I don't think I got them on video. They were big bikes too. I was impressed that they were riding those bikes up, or they were going to be riding the bikes up that grade.
You can take my top off. Okay. With Lewis and he said, I'm going to go ahead and go in front of you a ways so you can, not have so much dust. But what that really translated to was, I'm tired of your slow pokiness, Woodby. I'm going to go right ahead so I can have some fun. That's okay. I speak Lewisese. I get it. I get it. I'm pokey. Woodby is pokey. Like a pokeball. Grab that. Come on. Good motorcycle though.
So this is a slope up to the vantage point that I wanted to go to. I didn't really understand why there was concrete on that section right there, but then later on I realized there's cars that go up here, and it would be a particularly hard turn for them because this grade's really steep. And so it would probably be a washout place too. But I will tell you, as an adventure bike rider, there's nothing that's more demasculating than being on your adventure bike and getting passed by a Mini Cooper. I mean, look at that, man. Come on.
I'm glad I got that on video. Well, now that we took a wrong turn, does that ain't right? Huh? Are you trying to come here? You just wanted to, I'm not going to go back to, oh. Stop on top of that. Want to do it or not? They're here, we might as well.
So in case you're wondering what the little house is for, this is a fire watch location. So the girl that's here is on fire watch. She works for the Spanish version of the Forest Service, I would imagine.
What's the name, Lewis? Of the place? Yeah. We're in the middle of the name. You can't see it. Oh, it's right there. Peña de la Cruz. Look at it. Okay. And we know we had to come up here because we passed a Mini Cooper. If a Mini Cooper can make it, so can we. Although my breath says it's debatable. That's right. Well, they weren't wearing a bunch of riding gear either. Yeah, well, yeah. We'll give them that. Yeah, and they're not 50 some odd years old. We're going to turn off or we're going to go right? I can go right. I think I give you no dust. Is it good? That'd be nice. Was it nice?
So in case you didn't hear that interaction, Lewis has been a smart aleck and asking me what the quality of the dust was. So I decided to give him a little dust so he can taste it for a while. Anyway, cool little house here.
Water crossing, I got 89. There we go. Not bad.
So since Lewis just took a tumble, I decided to take the lead for a little bit, let him relax, which I think is always a good idea when somebody goes down. But the issue that he really had was some mode on KTM. I don't know what it is because I don't have one of those fancy modes. I have just a bunch of modes. It's some kind of slip mode where the engine cuts out, like if it feels it slipping or something like that. Well, apparently it resets every time you start the motorcycle. So he didn't realize it on 390, and it was in that mode. So when he got into that section where he was spinning, the engine just cut out, just stalled, and it just stalled, and he had no power, and he just fell off. And so he turned out not to be a fan of the 390 in the end. He has decided that he will keep his 890, which I think is a good idea because that is a badass motorcycle, man. Badass.
Look over here to the left, you can see the rail. I'll try to stand over there later if I can. So we got rail right over there to the left. You see air base or airport over there, and then beautiful cliff right over there. That's kind of cool. A few other towns. We're getting ready to get down into the plateau where we're going to be on the road again. Favorite loose gravel. That's my favorite loose gravel. Okay. Hey, when we hit the road, I say we stay on the road the rest of the way. All right.
water.
All right, people, that's the end of our off-road Spanish adventure.
So that's all the off-road we did, but we had plenty of road miles still to put down, and it was a really good road mile section too. Little towns like this one, they must always have, like I said before, a fortress, a castle, a church in the middle, and this one had a cool castle. Very popular place to ride in this section, both for road bikes and adventure bikes. We've passed a bunch in here. So there's a guy that comes up behind us, and I think it's on an African Twin, is what it looks like when it goes by. But it's not like Lewis and I were really going slow. Not at all. We were actually getting on it pretty good, but this guy apparently didn't think it was enough. As you can see, that guy's already passed that car and gone. So he was definitely flying. Not that we weren't at times, okay? Not to call the kettle black, but he was definitely flying.
So we got our food. We stopped for a break at the Cafe de Pepe, I think, or something like that. Casa Pepe. Anyway, what do you think of our ride?
I think it's beautiful country. About medium difficulty riding in some spots is about the worst it gets. Um, so I mean, as far as challenge goes, I think it's the challenge is not looking at all the scenery.
Yeah, that's true. Beautiful place, man.
Yeah,
Gorgeous place. Love this place.
yeah, more forest than I expected. There's a lot of shade, which is what I was worried about. I thought the heat would get me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, Everywhere you can go, though, there's little tiny villages everywhere. If you want to go and see something,
Castles
talk to
everywhere.
people, castles everywhere. There's history. Everything's history.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty amazing.
So if you get the opportunity to go ride in Spain, you need to take it. You need to take the opportunity because it's badass.
Yeah, yeah. If you want an opportunity for riding, this is a good one.
That's right.
All
right. It's lunchtime, people. That's it.
You gotta eat.
So we've actually ridden this section before. When we went to go pick the bikes up in Valencia, we had to come this way at night. So obviously we weren't riding it like we are now, because we are flat out putting it down here, man. And later, Lewis said that, man, he had that level 39 kegged, and you can tell he's getting it. So in the rural areas, you get some of these roads like this that are very narrow. It's deceptive because we're on motorcycles, but two cars would have a hard time passing on this like narrow road lane that we're on. But they are very fun to ride, very fun on a motorcycle. But you gotta be careful for those blind corners because you might meet a car, which we did more than once.
Hey, I'm pretty sure this is the way we came back from the winery. I think you're right. I recognize that building. Yeah, I think you're right. But now we can actually see. Yeah, I think there's a road coming in to the left. Right back there, I think that's where the water is. Let's get it, buddy. This is fun. I like this section. I'm recording. This is a lot of fun. Are you recording? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Get on.
Look. Oh, looky there. He's lifting up now. He's getting serious. But no more flapping in the wind for me. I am going to lay it down. I gotta zip up. Be aerodynamic. Hoping they'll organize it, that's how we go. No, I'm fine. I'm not old. I need to get up here and derby section. When you get the derby section, if you see it pour off, turn book, that's what it is.
So this bridge that we're on right here is where we actually got off on day one to go to Villa Toya, where we got on the first off-road section of the Tet. So it's a fun ride between here and Alcala do Car. Very curvy, but we ended up getting behind, a car, so it wasn't as fun as it could have been. We couldn't really pass him toward, we'd already got through the really good section. We stop at Alcala do Car to wash our bikes before we go down the hill, and unfortunately we got the tires wet and cooled them down and caused a little bit of a problem for Lewis on the way down the hill, as you'll see.
cookie. Now I look good.
Saw a cookie.
You see what my back tire did?
Did it slide out because it was wet?
It slid out on that first corner when
Yeah.
we came after that speed bump.
Yeah.
I missed the speed bump and I came in and I started to goose it, and all of a sudden I felt.
Probably because our tires were still wet.
Yeah, and so then I got to that corner and I felt it sliding again. So I just think they weren't warm enough anymore.
So I do want to give a shout out to Motive Adventure there in Valencia. They did a great job, man. They are adventure bike riders themselves. It's very obvious of that when you go in their shop. They're very accommodating, and he ended up actually renting us a bunch of stuff, equipment-wise, that we didn't even pay for. So it was awesome. So if you want to adventure bike ride in that area, go get some bikes from them because they do a great job, man. So shout out to those guys. And then to end our video, I'll give you a few scenes and videos from around Alcala do Car. Beautiful place as well.
So Lewis, what do you think of this little cliff we found here?
It's a little high.
Yeah, a little high. So if you look down here, it's safe to say that you could definitely base jump from this. Because it's a long way down to that next cliff. Like a very long way down.
You'll run out of air before you hit the bottom.
Yeah, that's right. So it's pretty neat area here. That's the river Alcala do Car, or the Júcar River, I should say. Alcala do Car is where we stay.
1, 2, y 1, 2, 3, y...